Okay, so we're going to empty the hopper on this Camp Chef SmokPro DLX. As you can see, here's the hopper full of pellets. You have a hook right there where we're going to hang this bucket. Like so. Lift up on this trap door and pull. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to start this thing. You got to plug power into it. Here's your controller. You got shutdown, feed, low smoke, high smoke, temperature 175 to 400, and then a high. You also got a probe temp here. There's a probe that you can put in there. Comes up and goes through this hole right here into the grill, and you can put it in whatever you're making and toggle between the probe temp and the smoker temp. So right now the power button is off. It has to be shut off before you can turn it back on, or it will not work. So let's set it at high smoke. We're on high smoke, and now we're going to turn it on. Your controller should say start, and it goes through an 8-minute startup process where the auger inside there feeds pellets into the fire can, and the electrode heats up and gets it going, and there's also a fan in there running. So I'll check back with you in 8 minutes. So we haven't hit the 8-minute mark yet, but it's already starting to smoke. I don't know if you can see that on the video or not. We still say start down here. Once the 8-minute startup process is done, it will tell you what the temperature is in the firebox. So I'll check back once that's done. Okay, still in the start mode. I wanted to show you the fans in there running. This probe right here, this is the temperature probe coming off of the controller that will tell it what the temperature inside there is and how many pellets or no pellets to feed in there. So supposedly the low smoke setting is 160 degrees and the high smoke is 220. We're going to see if that gets pretty close to that here in a little bit. Okay, it just came off the 8-minute start cycle, and the controller reads 251 degrees, 253. And at this point you could set the knob to whatever you wanted. I wanted to see what it would run on the high smoke. So still on high smoke setting, we're reading 260 degrees. I'm not really seeing much smoke come out of it. You know, they call this a pellet grill. It's more of a smoker. and more of a convection oven more than anything. Starting to see a little bit of smoke coming out of the chimney now. I'll check back as this thing cools down and see if it starts putting off a little more smoke. Okay, we're starting to cool down. We're at 240, 239, and there is a little more smoke coming out now out of the chimney, and then of course, you know, it does leak some around the lid, etc. Still at 239. I would be okay smoking at that temperature. I don't really need it to get down to 220, but we'll see how low it goes. Okay, down to 228 degrees, and as you can see, there is quite a bit of smoke coming out of it now. And now we're down to 226, and it's smoking pretty good. In fact, I had to turn a fan on in the garage here to kind of help blow it out. So 224. When we're all done here, I'll show you how to empty the ashes out of this thing after the shutdown procedure. Okay, it looks like 224. Now we're down at 222. That's the lowest I've seen it. It's still smoking a little bit. Now we're going to go through the shutdown procedure, and this is important to do so that the grill cools off. It'll burn out any pellets left in the fire pot and supposedly help with the burn back on the auger. So there we're at 219, but we're going to turn this controller to the shutdown, and you can see the controller says S down, and if I remember right from the book, that's a 10-minute cool down shutdown procedure where it continues running the fan and burns off any remaining pellets inside there. So after the shutdown, I will take the grate and the drip pan and the heat deflector out and show you how the ash dump system works, which is a pretty cool feature on this smoker, which is one of the reasons why I bought it, and I'll show you how that works. Okay, we just finished the 10-minute shutdown procedure. In fact, the fan just shut off about a second ago. What you got to remember to do is flip this power switch to off, or the next time you go to use it and you try and turn the knob, it won't do anything. And if that's what it's doing to you, that's why. Switch has to go to off and back to on between uses, or it's not going to work. So now I'm going to show you how the ash clean out system works. And underneath here is a cup, as you can see there. And you got this knob right here. You're going to lift up on this catch and pull out on that, and that will drop the ashes out of the fire can into this pot here. You turn and it comes off. There are the ashes from what little bit I just did, and I'm going to empty that out and put it back on, and you're good to go. Okay, I've removed the grate, the drip pan, and the heat deflector, and you can see here's your fire pot there, and here is that clean out on the side and the cup down below. I wanted you to see how that worked. So I'm going to close that back up and put it back together. as you can see, there is still some ash down in there, and you are going to have to take this thing apart and shop vac it out, no matter what anybody tells you. I'll probably go a little longer and clean this thing out. There's where the grease runs off of the drip pan into this trough right here and goes out that hole there and would drain into that bucket. Now I'll probably line that bucket with some foil or something just to make it easier to clean up, but there it is. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks. Bye.